I'm Phil, and this is Mike, and we're here this morning for our second segment to install a transmission in a Factory 5 Mark II. On the first video, we showed you how to remove the transmission without pulling the engine or the transmission tunnel cover. Now, this morning, we got about 2 inches of snow last night. I was out shoveling the snow so that Mike could find his way in. And we're having some donuts and coffee to kind of warm up and get ready for the project here. And we've just been talking, and really there's nothing better than a nice, warm, well-lit garage on a winter day and working on your Factory 5. It's a blast. So we hope you find this video useful. And if you want to check out the previous video, it's posted on Mike's link there, and you can go in and look to see how to pull a transmission. Yep. Cheers. Cheers. Dunkin' Donuts.
Installation is obviously the opposite of disassembly. You need to put the shaft on the front of the transmission into the bell housing and slide them together because of how tight everything is. Then you can set the transmission on the frame while you bolt the bell in place. Then you slide the transmission into place up against the bell housing and rotate it 90 degrees into its final orientation.
I think we should get them all started.
Okay.
So they're lined up, and then we'll draw it in.
Yeah.
Now, let's see
A little
if
bit at a time.
am I getting ahead of myself here? Can I get that clutch fork in there? I think that's pretty
All right, so now we're going to try to put the...
Or I call it the clutch fork. It's got to go on the ball.
Yeah.
We got to get it in there first, though, because we may be what you said. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. You know what?
We got to take it back out.
Here's where we're removing the bell housing that we just loosely bolted in place so that we could put the clutch fork into it.
It was on there good. It was on the It was on the pin. So it's
dowels,
good.
yeah.
Dowels, okay.
Okay, so hold it down like this.
Yep. Come on, baby. Just a minute now.
Okay, okay.
I gotta slip it on there.
What is it going into?
The ball.
Oh.
The spring.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, you need the light here.
Yep. Oh, it actually captures it?
Yeah, that's what it's. See?
Oh,
can you see?
Here, hold on. Let's see if we can get it on the video. Okay, so you've got to push that on there, huh? Oh, I see. Yeah, you got to force that in there. Am I in your way? Yeah, I can move out of your way. I don't think it's going under. Oh, there you go. Oh, you got it.
Okay.
All right, nice job, man.
Take a look at that. Make sure that looks good.
It's looking pretty good. Get those bolts in back there. Transmission is just sitting here, pushed way back. So this is a differential. You can see normally that drive shaft is like 11 inches, 11 and a half inches long, because this guy will be back here once we plug it in. Okay, so Phil made these really cool dowels that are going to go in there and help us line up the transmission with the bell. That's what they look like.
It would probably be better if you used something without threads on it, but I couldn't find any thing.
Yeah, you need it. Well, yeah, you could have ground off, I guess, but then you'd lose the clearance, right?
Right.
So I see. So
All right,
now,
we got
now we'll
lube.
be able to slide these up, right onto the transmission. Okay. Oh, hey.
Do you suppose that?
Oh, wait a second. I think I'm right about. Let me look at this light here. The dial is just pretty much almost perfectly lined up. You
Well,
verify.
I suppose this, we need to spin the. Are we getting close to putting the?
The dowel should slide right through the hole on this side. How is it on that side?
How about the splines? Are we that close?
Oh, what we've got here is, this is a far away, and we're not sure if it's because the splines are interfering. So what we're trying to do is, so Phil's going to rotate the engine while I try to push the transmission on.
Okay, here we go.
All right, oh, you rotating? I'll push. Yep, it's in.
Good.
It's in, my friend.
Now we're gonna be able to get those threaded things out.
Let me have a look. Yeah. Well, for this side, yes. Let me look at this side. Yeah, I think they'll both come out.
Screwdriver, pair of pliers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put a bolt in the lower side though.
So after we bolted up the transmission, we then put the drive shaft on and also the drive shaft loop.
And it takes 2.5 of these. Automatic transmission. What type of tranny do you have in yours?
3550 Tremec.
What do you use for? What does it use? Does it use Mercon?
I don't even remember. I think so.
We added the fluid from the top because it's easier than hooking up a little hose to a funnel and trying to squirt it in the bottom.
So Mike and I were successful in installing our new T5, Tremec T5 in the Factory 5 MK2. This is a donor build using components from the 1990 Mustang. And I used most of the donor parts, and in the past 20 years it's been on the road, I've done some updates and made some changes, and that includes the new transmission that we just installed. Next, I need to remove the intake manifold and put new gaskets in. I've got a little bit of an antifreeze weep out of the back side that we noticed while we had the transmission out. And I'll have to take the comb over, or what we now refer to as the Trump comb over induction off, the top of the manifold off. And I get the comb over off, then I can take the lower part of the manifold off and get that off there and replace those gaskets, and we'll be good to go.
Nice. So did you polish this part, Phil?
I ran it through the time saver at work.
Nice.
I painted that black.
This,
solid.
yeah?
This whole thing, I painted it solid black.
Yep.
And then I ran it through the time saver, and it relieved the
Oh, yeah,
the left.
for sure.
And then I clear coated it.
So this is a 90 GT, right? This is off
No,
the 90?
90 LX.
90 LX 50. Okay.
And I never rebuilt the motor, and I, of course, never rebuilt the transmission. I put new clutch and had the flywheel resurfaced
and put a new pressure plate in. I did have the rear end completely rebuilt, all new bearings, and put 355 gears in it. But other than that, I pretty much just installed the engine, cleaned up the engine and transmission, and just installed it as is.
Are those new valve covers?
No, those are valve covers that were the stock valve covers that I polished.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Which I would never recommend doing that. They were never made to be polished. It's kind of a pot metal. It's not really a true aluminum made for polishing. So it was a real labor of love to get that get them polished.
Wow.
Yeah. And you could buy them for probably $100 already polished. So
it'd be well worth it to just buy them. Now tell me about this. You upgraded these because you had a removable hood like mine, right?
Right.
And then you bought these from Factory 5?
I think those are actually a Mark III hood hinge. And I removed the original plates for the hood pins. I had already installed hood pins, so I adapted my hood pin system to
So we still have
allow me to install these Mark III hinges. I didn't use the hydraulics because I didn't like the way it would bow the hood. So I just used it. I had to take out the old pin plate out of the corner there, and then I installed these plates, and then adapted the Mark III brackets, added these pieces, and adapted the Mark III hood hinge to this.
So did you make these pieces and those plates?
That's correct.
Oh,
and
nice. I need
this
to do that. Yeah, that's good. My hood is still removable. So, and then you made that deal, right? Your prop.
That prop rod.
That's a recent addition, isn't it?
I've had it for a while.
Okay.
This is rather than use the hydraulic spring-loaded lift. I didn't like the way that it bowed the hood when you close it. It puts too much pressure. This hood isn't reinforced like the new ones. It's just one layer. It doesn't have a backing on it like the new ones do. So it has a tendency to want to bow a little bit with those hydraulic spring-loaded shocks that you put on there.
Yep. Nice. So tell me about your interior here. You've recently changed up your pulls, right?
Yeah, I added Mustang, actually vintage Mustang pull knobs and nameplates for the ignition and the light switch. Bought those from CJ Pony. They're an off-the-shelf item. So changed the ignition and the backing plate and the pulls.
Yeah, those look great. So I've got those to install on my car now too.
I didn't like the way I thought the Factory 5 stuff worked just fine, but it looked kind of cheap to me, and
yeah, it
was
does.
getting kind of weathered.
Yeah, and the problem with mine is my car was flooded at one time, right, with a downpour, 30-minute downpour when I was at work one day. It wasn't supposed to rain at all, and then my headlights quit working on the way home. So my headlights have been spotty ever since. So I've got a new headlight switch from CJ Pony and the pulls, and we'll be doing that to my car soon. Cool. Now, did you do something with the prop at the back too?
I added a trunk prop similar to the prop that I've got on the hood. I just bought a piece of rod and threaded it into the frame, and then put a little stop on there.
Yep. Look at that. Sweet. Looks great. And there's your battery. You've got it on a trickle, looks like.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Good deal. Everybody loves the car. What do you call this car? The Red Dog?
Red Dog, yeah.
The Red Dog. Clifford? Should we call it Clifford? Except it's not big. It's not a big red dog.
Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, hit the like button and think about subscribing so you can catch more of my Factory 5 videos. Thanks again.